Send Help is the newest Sam Raimi movie, and I haven't really seen any Sam Raimi movie besides his 4 superhero movies, so this is my first movie that Sam Raimi has made that I'm watching after his superhero movies. And it's about a boss and his coworker who he kind of starts off as a little bit mean to, getting stranded on a island, and they have to kind of work together to survive. Real quick, I'm trying something else out, something new, just seeing if this might help the audio be a little bit better. So if you want to, in the comments, just tell me if it works or not, please. But Sun Help was a movie I was extremely excited for. I have liked all of Sam Raimi's superhero movies. I like Dylan O'Brien a lot. Rachel McAdams is a fine actress. She's not my favorite or anything. And the premise was really interesting. So I was really excited for this one. And I would say that it's a very good movie. I wasn't necessarily disappointed, but it was probably just a bit worse than I was expecting. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I would have said that maybe I was expecting like a 4, maybe a 4.5, but more so a 4. But what we got was, for me, a 3.5 fun time that had some things I didn't really like about it, and an ending that to me wasn't really the ending I would have gone for. But all in all, it was a pretty nice movie. Dylan O'Brien is one of my favorite actors, probably, I would say. He's definitely one of the most underrated ones. And I was really excited to see him in this. And he really, really did great. Like, he was definitely my favorite part of the movie. His acting is awesome. It's just fun to see him. And there are just scenes in here where he has to act, and they're just so good. His character, to me, I could see where he could be like someone that people wouldn't necessarily like gravitate towards, but like the trailers and everything, and even some of the way the characters act in the movie, where you're like trying to make it seem like he was like this like horrible person, and maybe I just didn't pick up on it. And but like some of the stuff like he did like didn't seem like he was being like the a-hole it wanted him to like be. It I could see where like they might be like he's not being like the nicest person, but he seemed like a fine enough person to me. I mean, there were moments throughout it where I was just thinking, okay, that is kind of an a-hole thing to do, but I didn't see him as like this big one that like the trailers and like even the characters in the movie want you to believe he is. Rachel McAdams as Linda Little was fine. As I said, I'm not the biggest fan of her as an actress. She's not one of my favorites. I think she's a bit overrated. And in this, like she was fine. She wasn't bad or anything, but she was good. And I mean, there wasn't really anyone else to like talk about. I mean, there's no one in here that long besides those two. The plot itself, I think, is very quick. It really gets into it like quickly. It's just a little bit set up, and then it gets you into the plot, which I liked. And then you get most of the stuff on the island, which I think was really good too. Kind of seeing like the power shift, and then once you get towards the end is when all like the gore and everything starts entering it. And it wasn't really a lot of that. It was definitely a lot less action heavy than you would think. It was more character driven, and that was pretty good. But I guess I just expected a little bit more based on the trailers and everything. The ending wasn't my favorite. I don't really want to spoil it, but I kind of wished it ended a little bit differently. More of a happy ending, I guess, in a sense. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm having trouble saying that this was a disappointing movie, but I put it in my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year, and I mean it wasn't bad, and I wouldn't say like it was disappointing, but I don't think it's gonna be in my top 10 of the year. I think it's just gonna miss that or something, but I mean, this movie was still good. Like, it was still fun and enjoyable, and Dylan O'Brien was great. Rachel McAdams was fine. The plot and story and everything was good. The suspense was really great. Like, it was really suspenseful. And, I mean, the score is pretty good. There were some jump scares where they got me, and I was just like, jeez, like, that shouldn't, like, get me, but it did, like, twice. And I mean, yeah, the movie was good. I would recommend it, and um, it's not the worst movie of the year. It's not gonna be the best movie of the year. It is just a enjoyable enough movie that I would like to talk about a little bit longer, but I don't really have much else to say. It was basically just two characters on this somewhat journey for a movie, and it was a good one, but I feel like could have been a bit better. But if you've seen it, tell me what you think in the comments. Tomorrow, so Saturday, I will be releasing a surprise video. I don't really want to spoil that yet, but I'm excited to do that one and just see if it works. And then Sunday, hopefully, if not a day around then, will be my review for Jason Statham's new movie. And then next week we got a season of television to review. We're going to have a Kevin James movie to talk about. Depending on what happens, maybe the next week will be some trailer talks, and then I think there's 2 movies that week, and then we'll see what happens then. But yeah, see you tomorrow, and then yeah, see you then.